I'm a bodyguard for the super rich, and their safety protocols are designed to protect them from something much weirder than kidnapping. Okay, so look, I've been in security for a while. High-end security. The kind where you're protecting people who have more money than most countries. You think it's all about kidnapping and ransom, right? Wrong. Most of the time, it's about managing egos and keeping the paparazzi away. But this was different. My latest client, let's call him Mr. Thorne, he was something else. The request started subtly. Extra cameras, motion sensors everywhere, the usual. But then it escalated. He wanted the entire estate shielded from, I don't even know what. Electromagnetic fields, apparently. And all of it had to be timed to specific dates. Obscure historical dates. Like, seriously obscure. I'm talking pre-Roman Britain obscure. It was unsettling, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was walking into something I wouldn't understand. I've seen eccentric clients before, trust me, but this felt off. Like he wasn't afraid of someone breaking in. He was afraid of something else. Something I couldn't quite put my finger on. Honestly, I almost walked away. But the money was substantial. And I'm not going to lie, there's a part of me that's always been drawn to the weird. I've always been a bit of a history buff too, so those dates piqued my interest. I figured, hey, maybe it's just a rich guy with a hobby. A very expensive hobby. My background is complicated. Started in law enforcement, got burned out. Moved into private security, figured I could still help people, just in a different way. I'm good at what I do. Observant. Resourceful. I can read people. And Mr. Thorne, he was a closed book. The silence was deafening, and I wondered what secrets he was hiding. I found myself staring out the window, wondering if I should just walk away and forget the whole thing. He'd give me these intense stares, like he was trying to see right through me. It was unsettling. The initial impression? Wealthy, paranoid, and lonely. Really lonely. He barely had any visitors. Just me and a small staff who seemed terrified of him. I tried to build rapport, casual conversation. Nothing. Stone wall. It was like talking to a very expensive, very well-guarded robot. I started to question my own sanity, wondering if I was projecting my own anxieties onto him. Then I started noticing the pattern. The dates. They weren't random. They all corresponded to significant historical events. Battles, discoveries, even eclipses. And the locations. They were all tied to places with ancient significance. Stonehenge, the pyramids, Machu Picchu. I started digging. Discreetly, of course. I'm not supposed to be investigating my client's personal life. But something felt wrong. I used my contacts, ran some background checks. Turns out Mr. Thorne is obsessed with ancient civilizations. Not just interested, obsessed. He's read every book, watched every documentary, funded countless expeditions. He's basically Indiana Jones, but with a trust fund and a team of security guards. I couldn't help but wonder if his obsession was a mask for something darker. The more I learned, the more I felt like I was unraveling a dangerous mystery. It got weirder. I started finding references to esoteric knowledge in his library. Alchemy, astrology, the Kabbalah. Stuff you don't usually find in the homes of billionaires. I started to wonder if he was involved in some kind of cult. Or maybe he was just delusional. The thought crossed my mind that I was protecting a man who was actively endangering others with his beliefs. I mean, what if he started trying to, I don't know, summon something? It sounds crazy, I know. But the more I learned, the more I started to question everything. I even considered reporting him to the authorities, but what would I even say? My client thinks he's being targeted by ancient spirits? Yeah, that wouldn't go over well. The weight of the situation pressed down on me, and I realized I was in far deeper than I initially thought. I kept replaying the security protocols in my head, trying to find a logical explanation for the sheer scale of the operation. Then I found it. A hidden room, behind a bookshelf in his study. It was like something out of a spy movie. A keypad, a retinal scanner, the whole 9 yards. Inside, it was incredible. A room filled with computers, monitors, and a bizarre array of antennas and coils. It looked like a mad scientist's laboratory, and it was all connected to a massive underground bunker. The whole estate was essentially one giant interconnected security system. But it wasn't designed to protect against human threats. It was designed to block something. I still don't know what, but the readings on the monitors were strange. Fluctuations in electromagnetic fields, spikes in something else, something I couldn't identify. It was all linked to those historical dates. The air in the room grew cold, and I felt a primal fear grip my heart. I quickly scanned the room, searching for any sign of what Mr. Thorne was trying to protect himself from. I'm a professional. I'm supposed to follow orders, protect my client, and keep my opinions to myself. But this was messing with my head. I'm spending a fortune protecting a man who seems to be chasing shadows. Is he genuinely in danger? Or is he just a wealthy eccentric with a vivid imagination? The ethical dilemma is killing me. I'm essentially enabling his delusions, wasting vast resources on a fruitless endeavor. But if I refuse, he'll just hire someone else. Someone who won't question him. Someone who will just blindly follow orders. And that thought is even more unsettling. I kept replaying the security protocols in my head, trying to find a logical explanation for the sheer scale of the operation. I wondered if I should confide in someone, but who would believe me? Finally, he showed me. He showed me the proof. He called it his temporal anomaly detection system. Basically, a series of complex algorithms that analyzed historical data to predict, well, he wasn't exactly sure what. But he was convinced that he was being targeted by entities from another dimension or time. He pointed to specific historical events, the Tunguska event, the Roanoke disappearance, the Dyatlov Pass incident, and claimed that they were all caused by these entities. And his technology, he said, was designed to protect him from them. Honestly, I'm starting to think I should have just quit when I had the chance. This is way above my pay grade. The diagrams he showed me seemed to shift and change before my eyes, and I felt a wave of dizziness wash over me. I tried to maintain a professional demeanor, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was losing my grip on reality. He showed me graphs, charts, and diagrams, compelling in a way, but easily dismissed as coincidence. Honestly, it was all a bit much. I felt like I'd stepped into a science fiction movie. He explained how these entities manipulate time and space, using specific historical locations as anchors. He even had maps, pinpointing these locations and overlaying them with something. I couldn't quite make it out. He said it was a temporal resonance pattern. It looked like static, honestly, but he seemed so convinced, so utterly certain that he was right. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm the crazy one. Maybe I'm the one who's missing something obvious. I noticed a flicker in his eyes, a desperate plea for validation that chilled me to the bone. I suddenly felt a cold draft, despite the room being sealed. I'm still not sure what to believe. Part of me wants to dismiss it all as the ramblings of a delusional millionaire. But another part wonders if there's something more to it. I've seen things in my life that I can't explain. Things that defy logic and reason. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that we know so little about the universe. So little about what's out there. Do you guys ever feel like you're being watched? Like there's something just beyond the edge of perception? I don't know. Maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm just as crazy as Mr. Thorne. But I can't shake the feeling that something strange is going on, and I'm right in the middle of it. Do you believe in time travelers? Because I'm starting to wonder. And then I heard a noise from the bunker below. It sounded like something shifting, something awakening. I'm still not sure what to believe. Part of me wants to dismiss it all as the ramblings of a delusional millionaire, but another part wonders if there's something more to it. I've seen things in my life that I can't explain, things that defy logic and reason, and the more I think about it, the more I realize that we know so little about the universe, so little about what's out there. Do you guys ever feel like you're being watched? Like there's something just beyond the edge of perception? I don't know. Maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm just as crazy as Mr. Thorne. But I can't shake the feeling that something strange is going on, and I'm right in the middle of it. Do you believe in time travelers? Because I'm starting to wonder. And then I heard a noise from the bunker below.